evening everybody, Car Biker here. Just enjoying the evening while we still can. I'm sure these nights are going to be drawing in soon. I was watching a video the other day and it was talking about bike history. What's your bike history? And I forget who it was who actually put the video out and asked the question. If I remember, are you going? No. If I remember, I'll put a link at the bottom. I went to a Triumph dealer the other day. Now I wasn't looking at buying a Triumph, I was looking at buying a bit of luggage or something. And I saw a bike in there that made me think of this topic. So I thought I will do my bike history because I have to admit, I'm a big fat liar. Well, I'm not that fat. And, well, I'm not very big either, I'm actually quite small. And I don't think of myself as a liar, but clearly I am, because at least that was a lie, wasn't it? Why am I a big fat liar? Well, when I started doing vlogs, I was on my XJ6 Diversion F, and I told everyone that was my first bike, and it really wasn't. Now I wasn't really lying as such. It was an honest mistake, if that makes any sense. Because I do think of that as my first bike. Though technically, it wasn't. So what I thought I'd do, I'll take you through my bike history and then I'll explain why I was at the, well, not why I was at the Triumph dealer, but what happened at the Triumph dealer at the end. You know what this bike is, hopefully, if you've watched any of my videos. Where I keep one of my boats there, Olga. Thank you, Olga. This is my Z1000SX Tourer that I've now had for 2 weeks. And it goes like Sting. And I love it. But if you watch my videos, you've probably seen a video recently all about it, so I'm not going to tell you much about it. And my other bike, my fun bike, if you like, so I think of this as my grown-up bike, because it is, although it's mental, it is quite grown up. In the, you know, it's got the panniers when you want them. And it's got a nice position, it's good for a pillion, good for touring, and it feels grown up, it feels big. My other bike is my silly bike, my Z1000R. Not quite as quick as this, but it feels as quick because it's a naked, and it's whenever you get up to speed, you know, it starts trying to rip your head off with all the wind. So that's my other bike, and again I've done walkarounds with that one, so what, I'll link to those videos down below of the walkarounds of this and the walkaround of the Z1000R and the walkaround of the XJ6 Diversion F, the old bat bike that was replaced by this new bat bike. Now that was my first bike, and I'm saying that now, it wasn't my first bike at all. But it feels like it was. It was the bike I bought after passing my test. It was my first big bike, if you like. But I did have another bike before it. I had a YBR 125 for about 2 months. Cancel. Yeah, I had it for about 2 months. So when I started learning to ride, I wanted to practice, so I went and did my CBT, and then I bought a YBR 125, little red one, and I never had it when I was vlogging. Obviously it had gone by then, part of my trade-in for the XJ6, but I had it for 2 months. I did about 1500 miles on it. I got a maximum speed indicated of 67 miles per hour on it once. Oh, very exciting it was. That was with a tailwind and a slight downhill gradient, it has to be said. I remember going to Scarborough on it and going up was a very steep hill, and it wouldn't do any more than about 35 miles an hour going up the hill. Poor little thing. But it was my first introduction to bikes, and you know, it was great fun. Not quick, but great fun. Now the reason that the Triumph dealership comes into it, actually went in the car to York, and we got off at the park and ride because York is one of these places that's really anti-car. It's anti-bike for that matter. They just don't want you in a motor vehicle in York. So they make it really difficult to get anywhere with lots of one-way, lots of roads that just are not open to motor vehicles at all, which always seems a little bit silly to me. What's the point in having a road if you can't drive down it? And they just make it awkward. But we got on the park and ride, and myself and Mrs. C, and we were going into York on the bus, and we came up to this Triumph dealership, and I just said, "Oh, shall we jump off and just have a quick look in there, because I'm after this bit of luggage." And Mrs. C knows what I'm like, so she puts up with me, bless her. So she said yes, so we jumped off, went to the Triumph dealership, and we didn't find the bag. But as we were leaving, we walked out, and there was a little red YBR 125 outside, and I thought, hang on, I recognise that number plate. And it was my old bike. So somebody else has bought it. They were the third owner, so it's been to somebody else in between. So I'm guessing that they've kind of been buying it to use for practice as well. And then there was somebody had just brought it in. They were just trading it in against. I think they were trading it against a Tiger. I'll try and find a photograph of the YBR 125. I find it amusing. I've got a photograph kicking about somewhere, but I find it amusing because, as I said at the beginning, I am quite small, but even I look big on a YBR 125. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.